Coach, day one of spring. How'd you feel about it all?
You know, it was good. I loved the energy and the effort. You know, I think we've had a really good off season. You know, I feel like we've gotten our edge back to a degree, and we got to keep it. And so, you know, guys have worked incredibly hard. They have been excited about today, and I thought it was a great beginning. You know, we made a million mistakes, like I told them after practice. A lot of things we got to correct. But I love the work ethic and the competition. I thought was good. I thought in particular we had a really good day on special teams. I mean, it was just that's something that we've got to improve and have extra emphasis on. And I loved the mentality and the way the guys worked today. So as I said, a lot of things we've got to get corrected, but a good start.
It's a loss not having Josh out here, but I guess maybe the positive is it gets Haas.
Yeah, I mean, anytime anybody's not out here, somebody else is getting reps, and I wish Josh was. You know, because I felt like he had really worked himself into a good spot. But it's like anything now. Ken and Haas both will get additional reps, and I know both those guys will make the most of it. I was pleased with both of them. I mean, they both did some good things. I mean, the offense is new for both of them. You know, in particular, Haas, you know, still ought to be in high school, and for him to show the kind of poise and confidence that he had today, I think is certainly indicative of where he's at from a mental standpoint. You know, I think he's got a lot of belief in himself, and he's worked incredibly hard, and you know, in what we're doing, and so I thought it was a good start for both of them.
I know that there are a lot of new faces, especially on the offensive side of the ball, but is it nice to have at least playbook continuity year over year?
It is, yeah. The continuity is huge, and there are a lot of new faces, but there's a lot of guys that are back as well. And you know, some guys that really took a big step today, and you know, Major Everhart looked like what you want him to look like. I mean, he to me looked like a different guy, just a guy that understands you know, his strengths, which is speed, and he played incredibly fast today. I was encouraged to see that. Really liked some things I saw out of Cam Cook as well. You know, those two are young players that have a lot of speed and playmaking ability, and they've got to just learn to play fast, and I think they took a step in the right direction.
Can you talk about what Seals brings to the PB room, being more about that?
Yeah. The great thing about Ken is his experience. You know, he's been around. I think he started 22 games in the SEC, so that's a big deal. You know, he's got that experience, and at that position in particular, that's incredibly important. You know, and you can tell he doesn't get rattled. You know, just maturity. You know, he's got a great work ethic. He's a really good teammate. He enjoys playing football, you know, and I think that kind of competitive spirit you know, rubs off on other people, and so, you know, I really love his leadership, and I thought he had a great start today.
It looked like Marcel was playing that stud position today.
That's kind of what I think he's going to end up playing. Yeah, I think it suits his skill set well. I think it's going to allow him to play free and, you know, go out there and make plays, and so it's going to be competitive. I mean, look, that linebacker group is going to be a competitive group. When you start looking at the linebackers in the nickel position, that's going to be dudes that a lot of guys that can run, and a lot of guys that have playmaking ability, and so there's going to be great competition. It's going to be fun to see which of those guys rise to the top.
You said when you guys went through the portal that you were looking for production and not the names
right.
of the jerseys.
Right.
Since off season, they got here in January and today. What's your overall thoughts of those guys?
Love them. Love the new guys have been hungry. They've had a chip on their shoulder. They're competitive. You know, I love the mentality those guys have brought. You know, like anything else, they've got to bring it out here and continue to get better and be consistent and learn to, you know, to execute at a high level and consistently day in and day out. But I love the start. You know, I love just the way that they've come in. They've really worked hard to improve our culture and to be part of our culture, and they're competitive guys, and you know, like I said, I think it's been a really good addition. I don't think there's anybody that we look back and we go, I don't know about this guy. You know, I'm really pleased with what I've seen so far, and you know, it's obviously very early. You know, we hadn't put the pads on, but just like what they've brought to our team and our program.
You only get 14, 15 of these things. What are your expectations for progress this spring?
Yeah, big thing is just continue to build. You know, and look, we today was helmets only, and Monday will be helmets only, and then we'll put pads on Wednesday, and things will change. You know, there'll be some guys that once that happens, don't look as good as they do without pads, and my hope is there'll be more guys that look better once we put the pads on, and then we'll have an idea about, you know, the offensive and defensive alignment, and that's going to be such an important position for us as we try to, you know, develop a mentality. I think that's going to be the big thing for us. I mean, you're not going to have a great football team without a great front, defensively and offensively. It's just the way great teams are built is they're built with great units up front and tough-minded, physical groups. And, you know, hard to tell, you know, without pads. And we'll get a better sense of that on Wednesday. But the big thing we have to do is just continue to improve and get better. And, you know, and like I said, today, I think we set the bar pretty high from the beginning, and now we just got to build from here.
New faces on the roster, obviously, but you got some new faces from coaching staff
Yeah.
as well. Can you talk about those guys?
Yeah, you know, I thought, look, I'm not going to lie, I thought we coached really good today. You know, I like the way our guys coached. I like the way our new coaches coached. I like the way that our veteran coaches coached. You know, I think we coached with a sense of urgency. I think, you know, I think we did better. I think we're in a better place just overall. And again, that begins with me. I think we just have to understand that you know, the players are always going to get their cues from us as coaches, and we've got to come out here every day with that kind of mentality as a coach about the importance of improving every day and wasting no opportunities. And I think that carries over to the players. So love the energy of the guys. A lot of new faces, as you said, but feel really good about this group. I mean, I think this is a very talented group of coaches, and love the way they're working together. And, you know, like I said, we've got to build off of that.
How did you feel about the defense after the first day?
You know, I thought it was good. I saw a lot of good things. You know, I saw some guys show up a lot, some new faces. We'll have a chance to sit down and look at the tape. And, you know, the thing about film, it's always never as good as you think it is and never as bad once you sit down and watch the film. But I was encouraged. I mean, I really was. I think that, you know, the guys knew what to do, which day one can be a little bit complicated sometimes. You know, I think we knew what to do. I think we played fast. I thought we played with great effort. I mean, as I said earlier, I know we made a million mistakes, but loved the starting point. You know, I think the players really like what we're doing. I think they like the way they're being coached and pushed, and I think they enjoy the competition. And there's going to be a lot of significant competition for spots. You know, guys that have played a lot of football are going to have to fend off guys that are new, and it's going to be fun to watch.
You talked about that it all starts with you. How are you approaching this spring differently, maybe?
Well, I just think we just got to have a renewed sense of urgency. You know, I think we have to understand every team is different, and you know, our job is to push buttons and motivate people and make sure that no one gets too settled in, and that's just the way it has to be. You have to just wake up every day and realize you're not getting this day back, and you got to get better. And so, you know, I think that's just a renewed sense of purpose for us, and felt like as a program we lost our edge a little bit, and that can't happen. And again, that starts with me. So we just got to make sure that, you know, that we're putting everything we have into it and demanding the most out of everybody.
That's good. Thanks,
Okay,
Coach.
thank you guys.